So this is the old Sante Fe Railway, and it went from Kansas City to LA. And this stretch was known to be the most dangerous railroad in the whole of America back in the day.
When was it first built?
It was first built in the 1880s, and it was ceased being used in the 1950s.
So about the time that people stopped wanting to go to LA. So what makes this one of the most dangerous stretches of the railroad?
Well, several reasons really. Firstly, there's quite a lot of almost switchbacks, and they did want to go around the mountain, but they decided to put a tunnel in right through the middle, and it crosses a couple of canyons. So the railroad bed drops 112 feet per mile.
Oh, wow.
And as you can see, there was a lot of derailments, and the train went plummeting down into the canyon.
Ooh. So it has just occurred to me, why are we walking along this railroad bed?
We're going to a tunnel that was completed in 1882. It's been abandoned since 1859, as I said about the railway.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes this tunnel so special is the fact that during World War II, the troops were taken along this line, and the tunnel has a watchtower above it, and it was guarded 24/7 because they were so worried about being bombed.
Oh, wow.
True story. So I believe this is the Canyon Diablo. Now, for Route 66 enthusiasts, this goes through Where's the place where they've got the abandoned zoo?
That would be Two Guns.
Two Guns, that's right, and the Apache Death Caves. That is also part of the Canon Diablo. And you can see why it was so dangerous. The trains used to come around the corners and often derailed and crashed into the canyon. Now there are two trestles, or there were two trestles. Unfortunately, they've been dismantled and they've been used as a landfill. So, but we can still get through. Let's take a look.
Come to an interesting section. As you can see there, looks like a drill hole going through the rocks. Whoops, just stepped back, almost tripped. I see another one up above it. There's another one just along here. Can make it out there in the rock. Going straight down, there's some wire, looks like right there. Next to it, several places where there's wire. And this looks like it could be one of those places Andrea was talking about that were backfilled with earth. So not a landfill as a place to go dump, but filled up with the land. So backfilled with dirt. Could be wrong, but it almost looks like that. And then again, look at the beauty down in that canyon. A group of trees. Just imagine that with some water. Beautiful. Let's keep going.
So there it is, the tunnel. Now on top of the plateau, 200 foot above the tunnel, lies the remains of a ghost town. There pretty much isn't anything there, because to build this they didn't have enough people, so they kind of like advertised for workers and a load of miners turned up. So a small camp was established at the top there, and it had stores, saloons, and you guessed it, ladies that plied their trade. And it also was a stagecoach stop as well at one point. True story.
So, from way over there is where we've come from. You might be able to make out the electrical pylon. It's right around the area we started. We snaked our way all along the railway bed. See that concrete over there? That could have been where another trestle was. We could be standing upon where the other one was. A look again into the canyon, just gorgeous. And this is what we've come to see.
So this tunnel's length is 328 feet.
Oh wow, okay, so that's a decent sized one.
So let's take a look.
This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, pretty impressive, isn't it?
The brickwork, that is just stunning.
What's that say on top there? Oh, it's got...
Lantry?
No. Huh, interesting. So this tunnel was also closed for 11 days back in 1898 because of a fire.
Fire, huh?
Yep, fire burnt it, and 2 people died, tragically.
Really? So,
The numbers are coming up.
I wonder if this place is haunted, because I do know one story, because they brought in a bunch of miners, like you mentioned earlier, to build the tunnel. And one day when they were blasting, somebody put a little bit too much powder in one of the blasting holes. And when they were tamping it back, it exploded. And that in turn blew off all the explosives they had around. And 6 men, they never found them.
That's right, because they never found the bodies and they were presumed dead.
Right.
And then there's also the story from the ghost town. 2 miners, they were actually quite friendly. They went to a saloon, had a few drinks, and for some unknown reason, one of them shot the other one. and the townsfolk ended up trapping the killer
Right.
in the saloon, and then eventually he got shot too.
Wow.
So lots and lots and lots of fatalities
Right.
with the construction.
And then, yeah, just adding on to what makes this, I mean, the question of if this is haunted or not. I mean, like we said, some of the twists and turns coming up here, and we did read that there were several derailments where the trains would plummet hundreds of feet down into the bottom of the canyon. So, I mean, there was actually quite a bit of death, you know, in the building of this when it was running, and then in the ghost town, the little mining camp above.
As I said earlier, the derailments, this was the most dangerous railroad in the whole of the USA, it was noted at that time.
That's pretty crazy to think about. There you have it, our first railroad tunnel explorer.
Yeah,
So how far was this hike?
6 miles.
Jeez.
Now we've got to go all the way
I know.
back.
At least it was just on a railway bed. There was a slight incline, so we'll be heading a little bit downhill towards the back to Tonto.
I'm hungry as well.
I know.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Slightly different from our other explores, but if you like these types of videos, remember, give it a thumbs up, ring that notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't done already. And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure.